Seriously, Justin?
Said the P80 jam, so me a fit up that. And no care me attack, and me heavy clutch back. Ever see rifle full fit in a the knapsack. That's how me use.
What's good? J-Sauce 3X, back another video, back another reaction. Hope you're smelling good, feeling good, looking good, 24/7, never lacking. So this is a rebuttal video from this reaction, you know what I'm saying? If y'all ain't watched that video, I would tell y'all to go watch it, but bro didn't know nothing about what was going on. Y'all was telling me he was giving me so much misinformation that it was crazy. Like, bro, like, he just brought that information out of his ass and put it on paper and recorded that shit. And recorded, bro, he actually sat down and hit the record button and saying, yeah, I don't know nothing about what be going on, but I'm gonna just say what I think about what be going on. And me, like a dummy, I fell for it. I did, but I fucks with y'all because y'all told me straight up, like, nah, this man don't know nada. You know what I'm saying? So with this video right here, I feel like this one right here is gonna really get down to the nitty gritty and the slums of Trinidad. You feel me? I'm trying to get down to the dirt and see what really be going on out there. You feel me? So I ain't about to do too much more talking. We about to just hop into it and see what this video hitting on. Let's get it. Wait, bro got, so it be cars like that just riding around all the time? Bro just had a Beamer. He looked like he did not belong. And if I'm in that hood, you feel me, and I'm not used to seeing that type of car, nigga getting robbed. He's getting robbed, bro. Everybody be riding around in Beamers like that?
Come on, take a walk, gentlemen. Let's see what you got. should I be scared right now?
Ha! Yes. Yes. Murder.
So we're here in East Port of Spain, Trinidad, and when people think of Trinidad, usually they think of steel pan drums, carnival, celebrations, and good times.
Right.
Trinidad itself is a pretty rich country. They've got plenty of oil and gas deposits, and the GDP per capita here.
So it's a rich country. Somebody, y'all was telling me it was a third world. That was another, like, y'all was disputing about if it was a third world country or not. Y'all lucky I cannot find them comments because I would throw them up. I can't remember what video it was on. But y'all let me know. Is it really a third world country or not, bro? Y'all keep giving me different information.
18,000. Unfortunately, over the past 15 years, Trinidad's seen its murder rate go from about 100 a year to 500 a year. And that's mostly due to warring gang factions in neighborhoods below me like Laventil, which fight ruthless turf wars, sometimes over just one block.
So how did these gangs get so powerful? Many of them have gotten intertwined in politics, doing favors for politicians and receiving lucrative government contracts for public works and construction projects meant to help alleviate unemployment. Adding to that, Trinidad is only 7 miles away from Venezuela. In the past few years, it has re-emerged as a major transshipment point for drugs to West Africa and the United States.
Oh, that's where they be coming from Virginia. Okay, so y'all did say the guns be coming from Venezuela and the U.S. and shit like that. I think y'all said the better shit come from the U.S. if I'm not mistaken. So that shit be coming from Virginia, bruh. Virginia, I'm owning y'all. I'm snitching, cuz.
States.
Border Patrol officers say they found 732 pounds worth of cocaine.
A recent bust in Virginia.
700 pounds of do y'all know how light coke, bro? Cocaine, I want to say it's more lighter than marijuana, you know what I'm saying? So 700 pounds of that is insane, my nigga.
Had over $100 million worth of cocaine that originated in Trinidad.
100 mil.
So much cocaine, we can't even tell you where we shot this video.
While the drugs only stop in Trinidad temporarily, the guns brought in as protection stay. Many on the island think that corrupt politicians and business leaders are heavily involved. And they say that this culture of corruption and impunity filters down to the street level where gangs do not fear the rule of law. We're on our way to meet Hal Greaves, a former actor now turned community activist who works with a lot of the local gangs. He's one of the few people who can move throughout all territories.
How?
What type of shit, huh? He's one of the few people that can move throughout all territories. Bro, are you part of the government? The fuck you mean? What type of shit is that? He can move through all... Huh?
Where are we right now?
We're in Canada, and this community has been devastated by the recent fighting between the gangs Several of the families have been moved out. The buildings have been condemned. We could see where walls have been broken down. There are bullet holes all throughout the community. There was one gang there, and some years ago,
Bro, I wasn't gonna say nothing. I'm sorry. I wasn't gonna say nothing. Hold on. What kind of bullets? Was they shooting BB guns, my nigga? What kind of bullets? Bro, why is they so fucking small? These niggas be shooting shooting pellet guns. Niggas be shooting Orbeez and shit like that. What the fuck?
throughout the community, there was one gang there, and some years ago, the gang broke into almost 5 factions. And with murderous rage. And the boys will tell you that now, the kitchen is at war with the bedroom.
Damn.
And the hate they had for people who they grew up among, they shared the same house. Almost once a week, they'll be shooting in the area.
And the government's just powerless to stop it.
They're not powerless, they're just not focused.
The government has tried a number of tools to stop the violence, including curfews and anti-gang legislation passed in 2011 that carries a possible jail sentence of 20 years just for being in a gang.
Sheesh.
Most of the responsibility, though, falls on Trinidad's embattled police force, who have been criticized recently for extrajudicial killing and over-aggressive policing. We went to meet up with the Northeast Division Task Force.
So this is an Uzi that these guys pulled off a gangster about 2 nights ago. There was a shootout, and they killed 2 people. We're about to go on patrol with the Northeast Division Task Force in Trinidad, Port of Spain. From what we're told, they're sort of the baddest cops out there right now. And this is why, because they pull this off people that shoot at them.
Them niggas shooting up for war. They shooting up for World War III right now.
Our guide was Inspector Roger Alexander, a large man with a fearsome reputation, well known as an officer not to be trifled with.
So we've been at the police station for about 5 minutes. They're saying it was basically a quiet night. A call just went over, a guy got shot 6 times. So we're heading out right now with the task force to see what's going on. It's routine.
Yes, stand by. So right now you'll see the place look very dismal. Everybody lock up.
It's crazy though, it's Friday night and there's nobody
exactly.
on the streets.
Anything could happen here. Anything. Which one? Where?
You can see the shells right there.
One there too.
Blood over here.
Damn.
Right at the scene of a shooting that just happened. We heard over the speaker that the guy was shot 6 times, blood and shells everywhere. It's pretty tense around here. We're being told not to get too close.
Who the fuck is this? Who is this dude? Wow. Bro, he's literally rolling with... Bro, like I said, he part of the government. Ain't no fucking way. Why did he just throw a police vest on and then just started investigating? Like, what the... Huh? But then he moves around through every gang territory. Like, hold on. He probably one of the corrupt ones that be letting the shit slide. Like, they really out there acting like they're really investigating and shooting, bro. Like, be fucking for real. Be fucking for real, my nigga. Y'all do not care. Y'all doing this shit for the cameras, bro. I already know, bro. They do not care this much.
But the inspector is a large man, and I'm gonna hide behind him in case anything happens. So what happened? I mean, how do these gangs just take control like this? Just
money, drugs.
Yeah.
2 of war. There are some people calling themselves Rasta City.
Yeah. The Rasta City.
And some is the Muslims. Rasta City have a problem with the Muslims over drug too. So they're killing out each other.
Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Back and forth. Some people in the area, in some of the areas, consider themselves community leaders. But those community leaders say about getting jobs to the youth.
Oh, never mind.
Building construction in the area to help the youth them.
The government contracts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But what happening too is that instead of treating with only that, we also want to treat with the narcotic aspect of it.
These government contracts for programs originally created as a means of sharing Trinidad.
Bro, that's what y'all out there be driving, bro. Y'all is, bro, the police is not catching nobody. What the fuck? This nigga isn't a Pathfinder? Them niggas ain't catching nobody. But I don't think they be even having Hellcats and SRTs and shit out there like that? They probably ain't even got nobody to chase for real.
For programs originally created as a means of sharing Trinidad and Tobago's oil and gas wealth have backfired and given way to corruption, working to strengthen the very gangs the government is trying to rein in.
It's making our job 9 times harder. Because long time, when we knew all they had was drugs and guns, and they used to come out and do robberies, and we used to catch them. But how do you catch a man now who's getting legal money? It is a little more difficult.
It's easy to hide, too.
Does it feel sometimes like you're fighting a losing battle?
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
That's why they don't care no more, bro.
Police are frustrated in this country because the crime rate is going up. Public confidence in policing is at an all-time low. Police don't get the kind of respect that they would hope for in a country. And a lot of times the police have been fingered in a lot of sort of unsavory practices as well. The traditional methods of law enforcement aren't working as quickly. They're not coming up with much that's innovative and creative. And there's a certain level of frustration. So what we see at the end of the day sometimes is that the criminals are pretty much shot dead instead of going through the work to bring them in alive, to prosecute them, and to probably get that information to beef up your intelligence, to really decimate the kind of organizations and criminal units you're seeing on the street. We're not seeing that. So I guess shooting criminals and, dead has become the easy way out for law enforcement.
The inspector wanted to...
Bro, they're not doing... Bro, they talking about they feel... The police feeling discouraged and shit like that because they feel like they can't handle the gang wars and shit like that. Nigga, y'all aren't doing nothing. Y'all aren't really putting y'all foot down, nigga. At all. Y'all don't be arresting niggas. Y'all don't be throwing them in jail, bro. Bro. The verse, like I said, if y'all didn't watch the CG Dan and verse reaction I did, that was the first time I reacted to an artist and y'all said that he was locked up for something. You feel me? Of course he's out of jail now, but like, what y'all be letting all these niggas get away? They be talking about the shits in their songs and all of this shit, bro. Y'all don't want to do nothing. It ain't that y'all can't do nothing. Y'all don't want to do nothing, bro.
Show us the house where his men killed 2 alleged gangsters the night before, smack dab in the front lines of a raging gang war.
This area, yeah? If you come here any day, you might, from the time you reach here, you'll see people running all about the place. Right? They know we kind of know nonsense around here too, so they don't take much chances with us.
So would you come here by yourself in this car, or you'd only come with 2 or 3 other police officer cars with you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I might come by myself.
Other cops, other normal cops, would they come here by themselves?
Nah.
Never, huh?
They ain't coming here. All right, let's stop there. Going up there. Come on, take a walk, gentlemen. Let's see what you got.
Should I be scared right now?
Yes.
We're at the borderline 11 too. Sort of this dividing line where there's gang war between the Muslims and Rasta City. And this is close to where there was a shootout a few days ago. Ooh, I'm out of breath. This is the hills right here.
He is not out of breath. He's scared for real. Don't let him fool you.
High ground.
The officer's foot went through here. While the gunfight going, all right? What the?
Yeah.
Your foot went through there?
So they put the gun through there and started firing at you? Jeez, it's a mess over here.
Yeah, right? So the officer came here. Shot, boom, boom, exchange. He foot gone through the hole. Swah! He ended up kind of low. So the next man had to come over and the one started to deal with it. What's your foot?
Yeah, there's bullet holes all over here. A lot of blood still flies buzzing around. Fresh blood. Thick.
Whenever we ask people about what happened to change Trinidad into such a violent place where people are willing to take on the police, most traced it to one event that changed the country forever. In 1990, Trinidad was home to the only attempted militant Islamic overthrow of a government in the Western Hemisphere.
They say that after the coup in 1990, it was sort of a wake-up point for a lot of people in these communities that the government had no control, and the way to solve a problem was with guns, not with talking.
That coup affected the nation, the society on a whole, physically, psychologically, and otherwise. It really damaged the place, and it would have set the trend that, you know what? If you have a problem, let's take on the forces. Let's take on the government. Let's hold them at bay.
It showed the weakness.
It showed the weakness.
They're smart with the shits, because I feel like that's what niggas in the States, like us over here in the States, that's what we scared to do, bro. We scared to go against authority, or like we just take everything like some bitches, bro. Like we pussy. I'm not even gonna lie, niggas over here is pussy. Like we just take everything up the ass and just keep it pushing. You feel me? But these niggas over here, like they standing their ground. They like, nah, we not with that shit. And I fucks with them for doing that.
And when weakness is exposed, many people take advantage of weakness.
On July 27, 1990, a man named Abu Bakr, the leader of an Islamic group called Jamaat-ul-Muslimin, and 115 of his followers violently took over TV stations and government buildings, including the parliament, and laid siege to the country for 6 days.
At 6 p.m. this afternoon, the government of Trinidad and Tobago was overthrown.
24 people were killed in the chaos, and they even shot the prime minister.
Damn.
Because of an amnesty negotiation, they were freed 2 years later and have been continuously in trouble since then. We went to Abu Bakr's compound to talk to him about what went wrong in Trinidad.
I've been charged for murder. I've been charged for conspiracy to murder. I've been charged for treason. I've been charged for terrorism. I've been charged for guns and ammunition. Nothing has stuck because they just fabricated all these cases against me.
We're hearing a lot now that the narco trade here is ramping up a lot.
Trying to take him down.
Is it coming from politicians? Is it coming from business people? Where is it coming from?
Everybody's involved. Everybody's involved. Everybody, the police, everybody's involved. The Coast Guard, everybody's involved. Our next one neighbor, 7 miles, is Venezuela. And then right next to Venezuela is Colombia. And right here, this is the transshipment point. Go and look at the affluence in Trinidad, and you nowhere in Brooklyn you can find the affluence that exists in Trinidad, nowhere.
You know, we saw in the newspaper that the unemployment rate was 4%. Do you think that's accurate?
No, it's not accurate. Far from being accurate. It's a lie. It's a big lie. There's not a single day without a murder or two. Why people would be killing each other if they are employed?
But there was poverty 20 years ago, you know, and there's poverty now, but you don't.
He said, ain't no way y'all working jobs and ain't got time to go kill somebody after y'all clock out. That's what he's saying, bro.
See, you didn't see 500 murders a year 20 years ago. Now you see 500 murders a year.
I was in charge.
Oh, because you were in charge.
I'm telling you, I was in charge. 20 years ago, before 1990, I was in charge of the ground. Just before 1990, none of the burner rates, none of the murder rates reached 100. Because we cleaned up the drugs, we cleaned up everything.
After you go to jail, what happens? You lose power of the streets?
No, we just left it.
You just left the streets?
We left it. We say, that's what you want? Well, we left it. And that's what's the problem now. We left it.
Who's controlling it right now?
Controlling what?
Who's controlling the streets?
It's out of control. Because all the young people just come up after them who don't have the experience of the streets, who didn't have the will, the control. I mean, and a lot of the people who were the community leaders were people who were in our organization. We control the street. So are we getting better or are we getting worse? It's getting worse every day. This place is going to explode.
Damn. I hope not.
There is a perpetual quest for dominance. You go to sleep Friday night and the person that was dominant Friday, Saturday morning, they find him dead. Then it starts all over again and the instability starts all over again and the war for power starts all over again.
Without Bakr or another strongman in power, different leaders are doing whatever is necessary to assert control over territory and contracts.
The gangs have been enshrined in the consciousness of communities. The gangs play a very strategic role when it comes to the distribution of wealth in our communities. And a lot of our communities have felt neglected.
See, the thing out here, what time am I at? Okay. The thing out here is that when things get out of control out here, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, we got the neighborhoods that's super bad, ghetto shootings every day, you feel me, like that. What they do is they'll tear those neighborhoods down and gentrify it, you feel me? They'll tear all of that shit down. So now, y'all niggas ain't got nowhere to stand on the block, you feel me? Like, y'all just out in the wild. It's free for all at this point. So that's what they do out here. They take all that shit down, throw up some white ass apartment buildings and shit like that, and move the white people in, you feel me? Like that's their way of controlling the streets over here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and of course they'll lock people up, try to catch them, investigate and shit like that. But I feel like out there in Trinidad, they don't be putting in that much effort. You feel me? I feel like they could really control this shit, but like I said, they just don't want to, bruh. They don't.
For a very long time from government. So they're not getting the jobs from government. They're not getting the kind of resources they want from the government. But somehow the gangs seem to be the government in our communities. And in Trinidad and Tobago, they don't call themselves gangs. They see themselves more as community groups, more as organizations, more as community leaders. These are the leaders of the community who are receiving these contracts from government to provide the kind of jobs. It could be payback for getting the votes as well. They see themselves as business organization, and that business can run from government contracts to drugs. It's whatever is the big business on the street today, and they're going to get involved in that. No business passes them by.
We headed to Beetham Gardens, a neighborhood notorious for being a Rasta City.
Rasta City, within the 7 gang territory.
Stronghold to talk to Spanish, Beetham's community leader. Some consider him a gang leader, but to a lot of people in the community, he's the only one bringing jobs and social services to the impoverished neighborhood.
Is that true? Is that what he really on? Now roll-ons.
Spanish, so where are we right now? What's this neighborhood? What's it like?
24th Street, Beetham Gardens. They used to call it Shanty Town in the earlys, you know, it is classed as ghetto, but you know, it's a part of the country.
So what is it? So hold on, okay. I gotta make sure my camera not stopping, my bad, y'all. So Spanish is a community leader, or is it Squash? Like, I mean, not Squash, or is it Prezi? Like, which one is it, Prezi or is it Spanish? Who's the real leader? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. So Spanish could be the community leader, and then Prezi could be like the gang leader. That's what I'm assuming.
People might be going through more poverty than normal.
Seems like no one's really helping out here, so you're building some houses.
Well, as much as I could do, I'm a registered contractor. I work hard for what I want.
Straight up.
Once I get work from the government and think I earn money, I spend it into things which could help to employ and, you know, elevate the youths around me.
You talk to some of the police and some of the politicians, and they point to you when they say he's a community leader, but he's a gang leader too. You think that's not fair?
No, it can't be fair. I'm not a gang leader.
Okay.
I don't order nobody children to go and kill. I don't order nobody children to go and rob or thief or kidnap or nothing of the sort. Yeah, attempt me in my life, you understand, but...
How many?
Well, to recall about once, you know. Not twice.
What happened? They came for you? They came for you in your house, or you were driving? Or
no, driving, you know, coming out of certain places, man might stand up and fire shots at the vehicle I drive, you know. But about 9 or 10 shots shoot up the vehicle.
And that was how long ago?
Is he really on that peaceful shit, or is he cat for the camera? Cause not Squash, but Spanish right now, he acting like he a goody two shoes, and there's nothing wrong with it. But I just want to believe in what he's saying. Like, is he really about what he's saying, or do nigga really be in the streets for real?
What was that?
Last year.
Last year, damn. And you got people recognize that car, so I imagine you gotta be real careful all the time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was driving that, but I don't drive that. So again, I really drive one thing too long. But it's all because I name Spanish and I live in Beetham. You know, somebody from our next community might see me and be down with any people. If you understand what I'm saying, yeah. So it could happen. If you're from Beetham, you're not allowed in certain parts of Trinidad. If you're from Sur, you're not allowed in Beetham. You understand what I'm saying, yes.
And what's going on right here?
So how do they know when you're not supposed to be over there? You feel me? How do everybody know everybody? You feel me? What if somebody like, I don't know, just pull up on Beetham Gardens, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to grab something out the store or some shit like that. Like, how do they know, like, oh, you're not from here? You feel me?
You got turntables, you got speakers, you're putting on a party for the people?
Yeah, music, certain thing. Plus, as I work, I buy music, I like that. I grew up in that.
Besides bringing jobs, Spanish always puts on events like soccer matches and parties to support his community.
Is that the only sport y'all, make sure I'm recording. Is that the only sport y'all be playing out there? Do y'all be playing basketball or some shit? Or is it just straight soccer?
This place over here, Spanish is actually building this for the people in the community. And it's just a little taste of how these community leaders really take care of their own and why they have so much respect.
They doing more than the government.
The party was a really good time. It was clear that there was a lot of love in the community and that everyone took care of each other, almost like a big family. It was easy to forget that this neighborhood was often a war zone and that other gangs sometimes came to these parties and shot them up.
That's crazy. I was thinking that when he was out there. Like, what if somebody just pulled up on their ass?
Now that we were in with Spanish, we were able to meet some of the guys actually pulling the triggers in these gang wars.
There's a different way to treat HIV. It's
This
every other
nigga,
month
this
injectable
nigga is living
Cabenuva
dangerous.
for adults who are
Bro, I just watched a 1 minute ad. I just watched a 1 minute non-skippable ad, bro. Whoever this is, he's definitely working for the government. Cause what the fuck do you got going on your YouTube page? A 1 minute non-skippable ad is crazy.
In Trinidad, when you drink like this, Opa? No. When you say cheers? Cheers. It's what we say in New York sometimes. Ready? L'chaim. L'chaim. It means to life. To life.
Yo, wait.
Dreddy, why do you have to carry that around? Why do you feel the need you gotta carry a firearm?
What kind of
I don't know, that is survival. You gotta defend yourself here in the ghetto.
Who are you defending?
Y'all know him, Dreddy? Y'all know who Dreddy is?
Yourself against?
From the hills, man, the men on the hills. Let's fire shots at anybody.
Anytime?
Anytime, any day. No one from on this ends can go on that ends.
And if someone from this end goes to that end, shots get fired?
Yeah, that's it.
Done?
Done, the finish here.
Damn. Have you lost a lot of friends? We know the murder rate here is crazy.
A lot, you know. The last shots fired, 12 people pick up rapid fire automatic weapons.
You know, the police, they're going after the young kids on the streets. The big fish, no one's going after the big fish.
No, the big fish don't deal direct.
The big fish are what, politicians, businessmen?
Them is the men.
And they're the ones who are bringing the drugs in too, yeah?
Them is the men who behind the curtain.
Prezi, he talking about Prezi.
The men behind the curtain.
Them hiding.
Yeah.
Leaving us in the front line. The police now.
Damn, Prezi, you doing your people like that, cuz? You just leaving them out there just to die?
No extra money.
They take money?
Of course.
And what about the drugs and the guns? Where does that come? It comes from Venezuela? Where does it come from?
It comes from Venezuela, which is the politician, and them just get it in much easier.
Yeah, we hear that Coast Guard, all them, they just take bribes, the guns, the drugs come in.
Yeah, that's how the thing run here in Trinidad now. Well, you can see about 10 years now, you know, the whole thing changed up. Everybody started to take bribe. Coast Guard, police, everybody on the dollar sign.
And that's when the murder rate started going really, really high.
When the action start.
Yeah.
Because everybody want a piece in the cake. Money changes everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Contracts, money. As long as you have money, well, money is power.
It isn't the street guys who are making the serious money in Trinidad. Dreddy said something we kept hearing. Behind the drug trade and the gangs are what Trinidadians call the big fish. The untouchable, nameless elites who treat the country like their own narco state, buy off politicians, and foster endemic corruption that affects all levels of society.
To understand the murder rate, to understand the coup, and to understand all the complexities, you must understand the games the politicians have played.
Young people are seeing that sometimes our politicians doing again what they want, and they're not seeing any sort of repercussions, any sort of consequences.
The reality is that the most powerful players who are resident in Trinidad in the illicit drug trade have then the need to purchase impunity from the state.
So they said they be hiding and shit. Where do they really be hiding at? Do they still be in the same zone, the same territory that they supposed to be in, beat them's gardens and shit like that? Or do they be somewhere else, you feel me? Because where could you really possibly hide? Like, I know where you live at, nigga. Like, you feel me? Where do they really be at, though?
They have to be political financiers. And that is what drives the endemic corruption of the society. When people speak of corruption in society, all they look at is the most visible means, the lower level ones, the ones who get caught taking a bribe and things like that. The traffickers who live in Trinidad and Tobago, they wield power within the state structure to the extent that nobody in the state structure can bring them down. They are, in fact, untouchable.
Until the authorities in Trinidad are ready to go after the big fish, it doesn't seem like much will change on the ground.
Literally, a few thousand people have been killed in these areas.
Damn, look at that sign, bro. I was just thinking, like, little buddy just out there chilling and shit. Like, where they gotta be with their family at all times and shit. Like, anything could pop off at any time, bro. Like he said, 12 people got hit the other night. 12 people?
We need help.
You think that some of that money that's coming from all the oil that's on the island would trickle down here. But from everything everyone's telling us, it doesn't come down here at all.
No, because we don't see here as part of Trinidad. We see here as a sore, a diseased part that we wish would go away. I tell people, if your left kidney is cancerous and you ignore it, it will kill you. If you focus on the parts of your body that are healthy and you say, that left kidney is just a pain and a bother, you're going to die. And the nation is dying because we're treating a part of us as though it will go away and dry up one day.
That was a good analogy. That was a good analogy, bro. They gotta fix that shit. They gotta fix what the fuck going on, man. But as of now, I can't see anything getting much better just based on, like, the shit that's been happening, the bodies that's been dropping, the killings, you feel me? And they just want to retaliate. It's about to be tit for tat for I don't know how long. But, hey, prayers up for Trinidad, man. Prayers up for Trinidad. Prayers up for any other countries that's going through it. But right now, focus is Trinidad, man. If y'all, any of my subscribers currently live out there, y'all please be safe. Y'all please, like, just stay out the way. Try to make your way out. Find a way out, bro. Don't try to dig yourself into a deeper hole, man. Yeah, stay protected. Stay loved. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. J Sauce. I'm out this hoe.